This is a coin shop update video. I'm going to let you know what's going on at the shop. We got a couple new stackers came into the shop today. I'll let you know about this couple that came into the shop. Also, I got some graded coins. This is not going to be about graded coins really in this segment first thing. But I want to make a note of a comment. Not a comment really, a question. Should you be stacking a Pacific coin? Well, I don't have that Pacific coin. I got an example of a privy mark on a coin. I'm going to talk about that as well. Also, I'm going to let you guys know, and girls know, this is a medicine bottle. I'll put it down flat when we get to it. This is full of silver dimes. I'm going to let you know how many are in this bottle right here. So please help me out with the thumbs up. Share the video out. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're about 65 subscribers away from 8,000 subscribers now. Help me out if you're not yet subscribed. It's free to join. Never gonna need a membership on this channel or to watch any video. It's all free to watch. Let's get into it. I want to answer this viewer's question first. Glenn, thank you for the question. I wanted to call his first name out. He was asking, should I get some of the egos have the privy marks on them? Me, I'm not doing it. I'll tell you why. They're too pricey. All right, they're just too pricey right now. Maybe in a few years when the wind gets knocked out of them, when people are, okay, it's a privy mark. It's a silver ego. It's an ounce of silver. When people start getting to that point line, it's going to start backing off. Look, the United States was not the first country to do privy marks. I do believe, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was Australia did the first privy marks. Like this one here. The Ox Dragon Privy Coin MS69. First year of the Ox Dragon Privy Mark MS69. You can see the privy mark on the upper left-hand corner of the coin. Not the thumbnail, Chris. Nice looking coin. I didn't pay up for this. Okay? I didn't pay up for this. You guys know, and girls know, I do a lot of eBay. People miss lists, put it in a wrong category, they don't get seen. I take advantage of the situation. Alright, I just take care of the situation, and I put my bid in, and someone don't see it, I get the coin for what I want it. And I did alright. A lot of my graded coins, I'm a little bit in the red on some of them. Some of them I'm in the profit margins. But you gotta take inflation out. So most of my graded coins, I'm still in a little bit of red. Silver would have to go up to about $46, $47 before I start recouping everything back. Before I say if I sold it. Yeah, if I sold it now, I could recoup that profit margin back, right? That's not what I'm looking at it for. I'm looking for an ounce of silver. I got all types of different silver. Graded coins. Raw coins. 90% silver. 40% silver. 35% war nickels. I got a little bit of everything. I think I've done alright for myself. So, to answer that question to you, Glenn, it's an ounce of silver, right? Why would we pay $80, $90, $100 for a privy mark? It does not make any sense right now to me. It just, at this time, no. If you find a good deal somewhere, then pick it up. It's just a privy mark. It's a collector's coin. That's what it is. If you gotta ask yourself, are you more of a collector or you're a stacker? Maybe you're both. Not saying don't get it. Me personally, I'm not until the prices come down. Yeah, I like them. Don't get me wrong, it's a privy mark. It really don't matter to me. I go after the deals. That's how I shop for my silver, my friends. You know, like this one here. Kansas City Royals. It's not my team, okay? Back when I got this, I got it for 37 bucks. 37 bucks. I think I did all right on it. Right? Silver was about 35 at the time. I paid $2 over spot. I still did all right with it. All right, it's Kansas City Royal label. Okay, someone don't like it. Crack the gosh darn thing out of the case, right? Don't like the Royals, fine. It's not my team. My team's, maybe you guys can figure it out, it's the Red Sox. But I'm not paying up for that label. I'm just not paying up. Some people would choose to avoid stuff like this. The flag label. Why? Because it got a different, not the flag label, the flag core. Why? Because it's got the flag core? Okay, fine. Another one I paid about $37 for. Look where silver's at now. Yeah, you gotta count inflation. In fact, I get that. But who cares? These are 69s. Who cares? At the end of the day, if you can get the deal on them at the time for the price of silver, like I said, if you can get a graded coin, even if it's MS69, for a few dollars over what the spot is, why not pick them up? Why not? You know, I'll show you a couple more, then I'll shut up about this. You know, this one is from Australia, the 2014 Koala. Some people like them call him Big Face. Yeah, he's got a pretty big face on that coin, right? I like it. Some people don't like it. Too big, they say. His face is too big. Okay, fine. Still an ounce of silver in my book. Last one I'll show you. This one. Sleeping on the Log. 2012. Koala Bear. I got a few of these. Actually, I got like three or four more of these. I might even have more than that. I got a couple sets of back-to-back serial numbers on the label itself. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Some people say he's sleeping one off. He had too much to drink. Okay, fine. I still like it. Again, a few bucks over spot than raw. Why not pick up some graded coins if you can do it? This is just a MS69 Silver Eagle 1987 and came from the mint box. That's what it says on the label. Can we really prove that? I don't know. But again, a few dollars over spot when I got the coins. Again, that's how I shop. So to answer the question, would I pay up for it? No. I try not to pay up for anything. I don't care what's on the coin. If it's silver, someone else is going to like it eventually. Think about the doom and gloom. I know people get on me for doom and gloom. But think about the doom and gloom days coming. And hopefully they don't come. But when this thing disappears, my friends, and you rather, you know, someone may rather have a graded coin. It's more like a wallet protection, protecting the coin, than a raw coin. It just protects the coin. But again, a few dollars over spot, $3 over spot, $4 over spot. Why not? At that point, why not? Don't pay for these $40 over for a graded coin. It's just not, especially regular coins like that or bullion coins. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it to me. I've never done that. That's where I'm at with it. So I hope that answers your question, Glenn. And anybody else has questions, email me. I'm happy to get your email answered. I may not do it on a video. I might just directly answer you back in an email. But that's how it is, my friends. I'm trying to help everybody out there. So thank you for listening for that rant. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks while we got a few minutes here. For all your silver, gold, and platinum needs. Check out their... Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Sunshine Mint bars again. I think they got the best price possible, my friends, right now online. Check them out. 10 to 19 count. You're going to save a little bit more money. If you're able to pick up silver now, pick up what you like. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. Take a few minutes and look at their website. Click on every little thing in silver category. See if there's something you like. Same thing with gold. Same thing with the platinum. If you're interested in something. If you see another online dealer calling it a sale price, I encourage you, before you hit that buy button, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. Oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, Pinbacks is always beating that sale price out. Check them out, my friends. I think you're going to be very, very happy. Most of you, well, really all of you, seem to be very, very happy with channel sponsor Pinbacks. Michael and Brian are good guys. I talk to Michael a few times a week. That's my go-to person at Pinbacks. He's one of the owners. I've talked to Brian a handful of times. He's great also. These are good guys. Down to earth. Give him a call. Let him know that Coin Shop Chris sent you. Thank you, channel sponsor Pinbacks, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer, because it's not possible without you. We're going to talk about the couple that came in. Couple came in, had about $8,500. And they had no silver, no gold. They had, I think it was $40,000 left on their house debt, on their mortgage. They said they probably could pay that off in about 3 or 4 more years. And they had a low interest rate. The middle age, okay, they're middle age. Each of them have a car. That's no debt there. They both have good jobs. They have no stocks. They have no meme coins. They got no Bitcoin. But they're hearing about silver and gold. So I said, okay, what is your, I apologize, I got a plane over me. What is your budgets like for food and stuff like that? We started going down the list. The food, power bill, cable bill, all the other bills. And their cable bill was quite high, but they got all that special packaging with the baseball package, the football package, blah, 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 blah. You know, all that movies. I said, well, you can cut this cable bill down. I said, how many movie channels can you watch at one time? You know, that's my thing. That's just where I'm trying to educate people. You got Showtime, HBO, Cinemax, everything underneath the sun. How many movie channels can you watch at the same time? Think about that, my friends. Think about that. And so they started thinking outside the box. And so we probably could cancel some of those movie channels. We really don't watch. We're really more into sports. So why are you paying for movie channels? Why are you paying $20 here, $20 there, $10 there, $9.95 here? Look at your apps, my friends, that charge you to use them. Are you actually using those apps? Think about that. That could save you some money as well. So they don't spend a lot. So they said, well, we want to get at least 1 ounce of gold. I said, why? Why? I said, how often you spend $3,800? Well, hardly ever. Okay, stack silver for now. It's cheaper to stack silver for now. Worry about gold later. And this was not financial advice to those people. This is not financial advice to anybody who is listening to this video. I understand the importance of gold. I understand the importance of silver. But at the end of the day, how are you going to break it, my friends? You know, people talk about gold all the time. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, fine. Gold's great. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I think eventually we all should have some gold. I think Andy Schectman is right. Eventually, when the ratio drops, I probably will trade in some of my silver for gold. Lighten up some of the weight. But we're not there yet. My spending habits, and you guys know, you girls know, my spending habits are not huge. So they thought about that. And I said, you don't have to make all one purchase in one day. How many coin shops are going to be honest with them and say you don't need to do it all one day? But there's probably a handful of them out there. Most coin shops will try to get every single penny of that. And I'm not saying they're all bad, doing it that way. I just don't like people dropping it all on the same day. They don't know a lot yet. So I said, how much education have you guys really learned about silver and gold? They said, well, we spent the last 6.5 weeks watching different videos, talking to different people, talked to a few different coin shops. And to be honest, they said, you seem to know what you are talking about, Chris. And these other coin shops don't want to give us the time of day. And which is sad. I recommend to any coin shop out there. I know we don't have a lot of time with everybody. But I recommend the people who really need the questions answered, make an appointment with them. Stay 15 minutes past closing time. Have them come in. Have them come in 15, 20 minutes before you open. And talk to people. It don't have to be a long session. I urge these coin shops and pawn shops to be doing this. Teaching people about the silver and gold. Sometimes people just need 20, 30 minutes. Some people might need an hour. So we end up selling over $5,000 to this couple. We got them some junk silver. We got them a few 5-ounce silver bars. We did get them a couple 10-ounce gold. Because they wanted some gold. So we did some 10th ounce. So we talked about that. We talked about, yes, there's a higher premium on the gold. On the 10th ounce. So they appreciate the time. They would come back. They want to digest what they got first. They said, we'll probably be back tomorrow. Going to go home and talk about what we want to do next. Watch some more videos. Get some more education. Look, we're all not going to learn this overnight. I'm still learning, my friends. Myself. We're all still learning. We don't know it all. And I challenge anybody out there. These so-called, they call themselves experts. They call themselves experts. Well, ask them pick one coin in the red book then. If they're so much of an expert, pick one coin in the red book and ask them how many were minted in that year. They're supposed to know, the experts, right? Nobody's going to know that on the top of their head. Nobody's going to know that. A random coin, maybe you got lucky and someone knew it, though. That could happen. I don't remember that stuff. How many more minted, how many are circulated out there, how many were this, how many were minted were graded in 1960, in MS-69, MS-70. You know, you gotta use the barcodes on the coins themselves to find out for that particular label and serial number and that lot number. That's how you know. You know, there's a lot to learn about with silver and gold. That's why I'm always telling people, telling you folks, if you folks got questions, you got to reach out. It don't have to be me. It could be your local coin shop. It could be your local pawn shop. It could be your local coin show. And don't forget to look up your local coin shows, my friends. They need you to be there for them. Local coin shows. You know, if you got one 25 miles away this weekend, you might want to get your rear end over there to see if there's anything you got available. I'm not saying drive hundreds and hundreds of miles for a coin show. Try to keep as local as possible. They're always out there. May not be in your area every single week. But sometimes coin shows, you can pick up a gosh darn good deal out there. We got to be worried of costs. We got to worry about these online dealers. Some of them are higher. I've said before, Pinbacks don't always have the best price. They will admit that. But oftentimes they do have the lowest price. Not always. That's being transparent right there. But you're going to get the best customer service in the bullion dealer world out there. That's Michael and Brian. I cannot thank them enough for doing the right thing. They're wonderful people. Check them out. Now, how many silver dimes do you all believe is in this bottle? Maybe the ones that have been around for a while. I've shown this like once or twice on this channel. I'm not going to open them up. There is silver dimes in this bottle. This is a Tynalo bottle, or maybe it's an Excedrin bottle because I took the label off. Well, I'm going to show you right now. There's $48 face of silver dimes in there. And I will open it up to prove to you there are silver dimes in this bottle. There you go. $48 face. There's some mercuries in there, I see. And there maybe a bob or dime or two in there as well. Okay, now you're going to, so $48 face. Okay, that's 480 dimes, right? Well, that small bottle right there. I wrote it out. I counted all of them up. These are not the dimes I normally show on the screen. These are the dimes that I have no idea what's in the bottle itself. That is chock full too of silver dimes. Okay, that's chock full too. I normally dump half of this out and show that on the screen. So if this is 48 here, how much do you think it's in here? I have no idea. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know. So just in that bottle itself, that can fit in the safe pretty easy. That can fit in the backpack if you got to get the hell out of Dodge. Very quickly. Well, right now, silver value on those dimes are $3.03 each. Times that by 480 dimes. That's $1,454.40. As the recording of this video, my friends. That's the value. You can hold a lot of value in a little bottle. You don't need the tubes, my friends. They take up more room. You don't need to put it in guardhouse boxes. A bottle like this can get you a long way for $1,400 right now. Okay, that can take you a long way. So just think about that. That is, yeah, it's a little bit heavy. You know, it's got some weight to this. I'm not going to lie there. But we got to stop the melt. You know, we got to stop the melt of our history, of our money. You think there's some people still believe, oh, there's enough 90% silver out there. There's enough. Don't panic. Well, I am panicking. Because I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing the wholesalers that don't have it. Just for an instance, I got 2 phone calls today at the shop. They were both in Georgia. 2 different locations in Georgia. Asking me, do we have any 90% silver to sell them? Like, yeah, we do. But we're going to sell it to you at the same cost as our customers, which is about, it's 30 times face right now. And you're going to pay your own shipping to get it to you. How much do you want? Oh, no, we can't do that. You can't. Well, then we don't have no interest selling it then. Because we got no problem selling 90% silver right now. None. Absolutely none. So why would we reduce the price? If we did have a problem selling it, then we would reduce the price. If we had a lot more, then we would sell maybe some of it. But we got a lot of it, right? We don't have a lot of it. Right now, we are back out of $64.50. We are out of mercury dimes. We are just probably got about 40, 50, maybe 55 face of Walking Liberty $half left. We got Franklin's in right now. We have Washington silver quarters in right now. We got Roosevelt silver dimes in right now at the shop. So we're getting out of a few things here. The walking halves are probably going to be gone tomorrow. We're probably, if things keep on the current path right now, we're probably going to go from 30 times to 30.5 times face come Monday morning. It's getting pricey out there, folks. Depending on what silver does tomorrow. Come when we see it open on Monday. we will make a decision then for the shop. We might keep it at 30 times. It's getting pricey. Why wait for it to go up even more before you purchase even more? If you got the funds to do so, get what you can now. Don't sit on the sidelines, my friends. It will be gone. And I swear somebody will say, maybe in 2 months from now, maybe a month from now, maybe 6 months from now, should have got it when it was a variable. Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you had the money to do it. Why didn't you? You're waiting for a lower price? Look, I don't think we're going to below 40 bucks here. I don't think we're going below 40 in the futures. We might touch below 40 at spot. I don't think so, though. But I'm not always right. But as much as we're selling 90% silver for right now, as much as it's still flying out the door, we're holding it, my friends. We're not smelting it. We're not turning it over. If another coin shop wants it, that's fine, but they're going to pay the same price we sell it to our customers for right now. That's how that market, this is how this market is right now, because it's so tight. And I looked on some of the online dealers today. Yeah, you can go online right now and basically get 90% silver out there from every single website. Some of them you might have to pay $100 face bags for because they don't have them in the rolls. Yeah, there's a lot of it on eBay too. It's drying up, my friends. That is what I'm trying to tell you. It's drying up. And the more people that come into this market, 90% silver will be the first one gone. Be the first items that are gone off the shelves. If you want it, grab it now. Don't wait. If you have questions for me, reach out to me. My email's in every single description of every single video. Thumbs up, please. Make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned. We're going to keep you up to date what's going on. Thank you all for watching. Crazy Coin Shop Chris is out.